Hey guys, welcome to a weather video here, and today we're going to be talking about weather around the U.S. No matter where you live, we're going to talk about where you are, and we're going to talk about southeastern Canada too. So let's talk about southeastern Canada first, and then we'll talk about a lot of the states. Alright, so we have some kind of powerful thunderstorms moving through Ottawa. And I'm going to draw this mesoscale discussion, which I'm having a discussion with you guys. And I think that checkbox or that circle is where the most powerful storms are going to be tonight and tomorrow for this area in Canada. Definitely going to be well aware there. You need to be well aware in Peterborough, Orillia, Belleville, Kingston, anywhere in between North Bay and Peterborough. Okay, you guys need to be prepared. All right, and that's it for Canada. For now, that's it. We do, before we move on, there is a little bit of storms near London and Kitchener. I don't know how to pronounce that. This will be moving down here, and it will most likely fade as it gets down to near the U.S. because of the marine waters, but that's it. Now let's talk about the actual severe stuff that's happening. So we have severe thunderstorms. We have severe thunderstorms in southern Michigan, guys. I know, they're under slight risk, so yep, here we go. Here's some thunderstorms that are going to be moving in this general direction, this way. They are going to weaken, though. There could be some flooding in, there actually could be some flooding in, Ottawa in Canada, because everything's going to train over that area if that continues. I mean, yeah, it could train. And we actually have this pretty strong thunderstorm here that I think will be hitting in these areas. Guys, if you live in Adrian, Pioneer, Angola, and Coldwater, yes, you will be getting hit really shortly. Alright, now if you live in, let's see, Kinvix, I'm just kidding. If you live in Enid North, there's so many thunderstorms to talk about today. But since I don't have much time, I'm going to circle the threat of weather. There's your threat of weather for today. It's in Oklahoma and most of northern Texas. Yes, you will get hit hard by some of these storms that could make it. They're moving up in this general direction. They're moving up north. They will weaken, though, as they move up north because of low instability and low wind shear. And now let's talk about the mountains here near Denver. Near Denver, you're actually getting a pretty good thunderstorm. This storm actually formed just on top of Keansburg, so guys, hopefully they're okay in Keansburg. But you can see that these storms are moving up in this general direction because the watch boxes clearly show that. And that's it for Colorado, really. Just be in mind that there is storms near you. Denver, keep in mind, all right? Now, near Santa Fe, we've had flooding problems for the past couple of weeks. So there is a monsoon mesoscale discussion there for you guys. I think in that area, what I just circled, get the most out of flooding out of anybody in the U.S. right now, actually. And now let's talk about New England. Yes, this is going to be the most important part of our video today, y'all. And now we actually have some serious news to tell you guys. We actually have a marginal risk for tomorrow, which is not bad, but when you talk about New England, it is kind of bad because they're not used to this type of stuff. And it's actually a pretty big risk because it's a big uncertainty of where these storms are going to form. So yes, there is a marginal risk, but guess what got upgraded today? That risk. And now they're really pinpointing that risk down here. So now this is where the main risk of storms are. Alright, and if we zoom up pretty even higher, you can see that Albany, Hudson, Poughkeepsie, Middletown, North Canaan is in that watch. As you can see in the outlooks, you can see that I was pretty close, okay? Yeah, you can see it stretches from, let's see, Franklin Township, New York, Bridgeport, Hartford, Providence, Worcester, Springfield, Fitchburg. They're all in the slight risk. Alright? Just be careful, guys, okay? It's going to be pretty rough out there. Usually, the storms will start to form near Albany, and they'll move southward. I think they'll expand this a little bit to the south because I still see that there is a lot of instability. And plus, these storms are going to hit around 5 p.m. in southern Connecticut, southern New York, and a lot of Connecticut around this time. So there's still a lot of instability at 5 p.m. That's when the most instability there is. Let's go a little bit more south, and let's talk about the towns. Winchester Township, Middletown, New Brunswick, and East Stroudsburg, you're all under slight risk for severe weather. Be careful. These storms I don't think will be as bad as the ones to the north, in my opinion. There is some models that hint that this area won't get hit as hard, and some models do show that this area will get hard. So it's 50-50 chance that you'll actually get something here. While as up here in Connecticut, there's a 75% chance. And in my opinion, there is a 75% chance that you get hit with something. But anyways, let's talk about down here, as these storms will actually form in Scranton, and they'll move west, not this way. They're kind of crash. The line is going to form. It's going to kind of crash, and that's why I think they should expand this a little bit more south, because these storms are going to crash into each other and kind of conjoin into one big mesocyclone, in a way, yeah. And that's it for New England right now. If you want to talk about some of the other areas, we actually have a massive big boy marginal risk for the entire state of North Dakota. So I think that these areas are going to get hit really hard, in my opinion. We have Minot, Estevan, Grand Forks, Fargo, Wilger. And if we want to include, I think this is going to up to here. So Winnipeg is in that, Dauphin, Meeville, and Regina. You guys all need to watch out for some storms tomorrow. All right, as these storms will actually be forming to your south, and they will be moving up because of humidity wants to get up there. Okay, and that's it for them. And now, if you want to talk about Topeka, Wichita, there is a very minor risk for thunderstorms. It's just the slightest risk here. So we're talking about Wichita, and Emporia, Topeka, and Ottawa. Those are some pretty big towns, honestly, and Salina, too. We can't forget about that. And Kansas City is in the risk. So this is the whole general risk, and it's mainly flash flooding, to be honest with you, and heavy rainfall. But that's it for them. And that's all the risks that are there. But we do have this tropical disturbance that's going to be causing some moderately enhanced rainfall around New Orleans. All the rain will be moving in this direction, east to west. All right, guys. And that's all I have for our video for the next 2 to 3 days. Enjoy your day tomorrow and today. New England, be careful, because that's the most serious area we need to watch out for. And goodbye, guys.